boys and girls, this is Mr. Actor here, and you did some absolutely outstanding work this week in class, so well done for that. I asked you, would you like me to make a homework video, and you all said yes. So without further ado, let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use column subtraction with decimal points, and also a reminder of the frog method in case you want to use it for your homework. So have a go with me. Let's go ahead and write the following sum. We're going to go for 6183.82, and we're going to take away 3629.26. Let's put the line, which means equal, by the way. Right, how do we do this? Well, we've got a decimal point in play here, so we need to just quickly remind ourselves of these new numbers and where they are in terms of place value. Now, we will be doing this next week, so just watch this for now and have a little listen, and next week we'll go into more detail. So let's remind ourselves what these numbers are on the left-hand side. We've got our ones, we've got our tens, we've got our hundreds, and we've got our thousands. Brilliant. And then now we've got a decimal point. So now we can begin to talk about these numbers on the right-hand side. We start closest to the decimal point. These numbers are our tenths. So we've got tenths over here, and next to them, these numbers now are our hundredths. You really got to get the fths in there. Hundredths. So we've got tenths, hundredths, we've got ones and tens. Now, let me tell you a little secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. But in any case where we have decimal points, you can pretend they don't actually exist. We can pretend they're not there, just as long as we put them at the end of the question. So let's go ahead and solve this, and let's go through our steps. So we have to remember to bring the decimal point down into our answer, okay? And remember, the decimal points have to be lined up. Now, in your homework, all the decimal points are already lined up. So in this case, let's just go ahead and bring our decimal point down. And now I'm going to pretend they're not even there. So let's start off from the very, very right over here, like we would normally do. And let's go ahead and subtract. Now, 2 take away 6 we can't do because 2 is smaller than 6. So we need to go next door. This becomes a 7. This now becomes a 12. We'll talk about what these numbers actually are in terms of place value in just a moment. Now, 12 take away 6 we can easily do. That equals 6. 7 take away 2 we can easily do that. That equals 5. Right, we're nearly there. Now, let's go ahead to the numbers on the left of the decimal point. We now move over to this number over here, our 1s. So 3 take away 9, again, we can't do. So we cross out the 8. That becomes a 7. This now becomes 13. We're borrowing a 10 from this column, by the way. 13 take away 9 we can do. The answer is 4. 7 take away 2 we can do. The answer is 5. By the way, if anybody asked you, especially your mums and dads, is that a 7? Is that a 2? You say no. That's a 70 and a 20. But for the sake of this calculation and to do it quickly in our heads, let's just imagine them as single digits. Now, 1 take away 6 we cannot do. We're going to cross out the 6. That becomes a 5. We can now add another digit here to make 11. What did I just add there? Well, I actually added 1,000 to make 1,100. We're now going to take away 600. But for this purpose, we can just imagine this as 11 and 6. 11 take away 6 is 5. And finally, 5 take away 3 is 2. Our answer is 2,554.56. It's as easy as that. All you need to do is pretend the decimal point doesn't even exist. Poor decimal point. Okay, stay tuned for the frog method. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the frog method. This is my attempt at drawing a frog. Not great. But why do we use the frog method? Well, the frog method is a great way of looking at subtraction and helping you develop an idea of mental subtraction. If you like to use column subtraction, it's more of a written method, but you can sometimes get to the answer quicker using the frog method. Now, as always with maths, whatever method works best for you, that's the method I would like you to use. But it's always a good idea to see different ways of solving a problem. So let's go ahead and write the following. We're going to write 5574 minus 4984. Now, some of you will have this in your homework, so let me go ahead and show you how to use a frog method, a reminder of what we did in class. So the first thing we need to do is look at what we're subtracting, and we need to write that on a new line. So there it is there. We then need to draw a line of our jumps, and we need to jump eventually to 5574. So remember, the first thing we need to do is look at this 4 over here and think, what do I need to add to 4 to get to my nearest 10? Well, the nearest 10 in this case will be 90. So what do I need to add to 84 to get to 90? Well, it's simple. We can add 6. So let's jump 6. If we jump 6, we will get to 4990. Okay, well now I'm going to ask myself the question, what do I need to add to 90 to get to 100? Well, in this case, we can add a 10. So we're going to add 10. That will now take me to 5,000. Brilliant. Okay, now we're at 5,000. Let's jump to 5,500. So let's go ahead and jump 500. And you can make your work much, much neater than mine if you're practicing on a whiteboard. We're now at 5,500. We need to get to 5,574. So our final jump is simply going to be plus 74. Okay, we are halfway there. Now what we need to do is add all the jumps we made, and we can add those mentally. So do it with me if you can. 500 plus 74 is 574. Easy. Let's add 10. 584. So we've added those 3. Now keep 584 in your head and add 6. Well, 584 plus 6 is going to be 590. And there is our answer. It's as simple as that. The frog method is a great way to help you develop those mental skills. Have a go if you want to. You can actually use the frog method for numbers with decimal places. So if you want to try that, be my guest. I look forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. You guys did amazing this week, so make sure you have a good rest too. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. This is Mr. Actor signing out.